What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. All right, today I want to talk about Tami Roman and Reggie Youngblood. They have been together for many, many years. If you have been following Tami Roman on Basketball Wives and just following their lifestyle, you have seen they've been through a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but you can tell that she really loves him and he really loves her, and they've been doing good. But throughout that process, he has been wanting a child with her, and they've tried many different things, many different steps, and there may be some infertility issues, and she already has a child, but he doesn't have children. But the difference between them and other situations that I have noticed is that they have had this talk before, so he knew beforehand that the children was out of the department when it comes to her wanting children, and she wanted to have a child with him because she loved him. So she tried the process. It didn't work out, and right now she's saying that at this time in her life, she don't think she'll ever be able to have children. With all of this being said, all of the things that they went through, the process that has been going on with them, she has came to the conclusion that, look, I know my husband wants a child. He may not be able to have a child with me, so I want to give him what he's looking for. Now, you may be reading the title and it says Tami Roman reveals she gave her husband permission to have a baby with another woman. And it sounds like it could be a dangerous game. Like, I wouldn't allow I wouldn't push my man out there to go and have sex with another woman because there's a possibility he might fall in love with another woman. There's a possibility that, so many things can go on with this situation that can mess up our whole union. And that's a true factor. But see, she's willing to risk everything that's going on. She's willing to risk her whole marriage because she wants to make her husband happy, even if that means losing him. Self-consciously, that is what she's thinking. Because if you look back in the history with them, she's always been a little bit self-conscious when it comes to giving him what he wants. She puts in the effort to do it and make it happen, but at the same time, she's always been willing to just give it up because deep down inside, she doesn't want to be hurt by the decision that may happen that she has no control over. Let's go ahead and listen to the clip where she says that she is giving her husband permission to have a baby with another woman. Then we're going to talk about it some more.
Definitely speak your truth. And recently, you and your husband, Reggie Youngblood, yes, you guys talked about that you're considering surrogacy.
Oh, wow.
Any updates? Anything you want to share with us? Or how were you guys doing?
Yeah. It's on pause.
Is it?
Okay,
yeah, I feel like I'm at a point where my career is starting to do and reward me for all of my efforts and the time that I've been in this business.
Yep.
And a baby for me right now would just not be the thing to do.
Yep.
So what I offered him was an opportunity for us to take a break for a year or two and let him go find someone to have a child with.
Stop it.
And then when he has his baby, we could get back together.
You would genuinely be okay with that?
Hold on. So you're giving him permission. So what happens, let's say he follows through and has this baby. Do you help raise the baby?
I would help raise the baby. It's just I don't want to have it. I don't want to go get my eggs and all that. It's really more about him being able to have his legacy here because he's an only child.
And he doesn't have children.
And he does not have any children. So it's really more for him than it is for me.
Would the baby's mother be around to also raise the child?
Yeah, I believe in co-parenting. I think that's a very valuable part of a child's life. If the parents aren't together, you need to learn how to co-parent.
Yeah.
And then, I could be there and love the child as if,
That is very selfless.
It was my
I
own.
can't say as a woman I would give my man permission.
Yeah.
What you get to do during that year?
All right, you guys, you heard that. You heard what she said, and you heard. And so that's pretty deep, huh? That is pretty deep because Tami has a lot of things going on. She's a diabetic, she's been sick at times. And I remember a time where Reggie did propose to her and she was unsure on whether she wanted to get married or not trying to hurt him or not trying to be manipulative or not trying to be a certain type of way to prove the love or anything, but because we know how things operate out here. You hear people in the dating circle talking about age, talking about health and wealth and talking about babies, and they talk about all these different things that play a factor into our relationship and into our marriage and into our lives. And deep down inside, she knows that there's a lot of things that he haven't experienced yet that she has experienced. So a lot of times people usually react off of what they want. But when you hear Tami speak and you hear the way she moves, she already knows that she's experienced parenthood. She knows that she's experienced a lot of things in her life that he hasn't experienced, and she doesn't want to take that away from him. And so receiving such a title as a wife, or being a mother, or making all of these things happen for him, when you either can't make it happen or it's a false illusion of speaking that it can happen but it never will seem to her that, okay, as long as I get what I want, then I'm good. And then we'll have to figure everything else out along the line, and maybe this will happen, maybe that will happen. She moves in a way to where she is thinking about the possibilities before she makes the decision. And so now she's saying that, okay, well, I'm willing to let this go because I'm not the person that may be able to give him everything he needs. But see, he comes back and say that, you know, I don't want to do that. And that's how you know that that's how you know that he really loves this woman. Let's go ahead and listen to how she said he responded to her saying that.
I am a one penis woman, so even though we will be on break, I would not entertain any other men because that would still be my husband. I'm just giving him the opportunity to go.
Wow. God, and he can only have it with one. You like find that one woman for the one child. This is not a free for all year.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But he said.
What did he say?
He said.
I was gonna say.
I don't want that.
Oh.
I fell in love with you. You're the woman that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And if God put me here and I'm not supposed to have children, then that's what it is.
How did you feel hearing that?
It was a blessing and a curse because I was like, he really loves me. But then at the same time, I felt like I was being selfish. You know, like our relationship has a selfish element to it because
Wow, that's deep. That is deep, y'all. So he said that, you know, he don't want to do that. And a lot of men would have took that bait. They would have went ahead and did things and played outside of the marriage or whatever because you gave them the permission to. And that would have been thrown back up in her face if it didn't work out that, hey, you gave me the permission to go out there and do what I want to do. But he said he's not going to do that. And you hear how she said that it sounds selfish when she sits back and look at it, because she's feeling guilty about not giving him what he wants, but it's really not selfish because she's always been forefront and honest with what she can do and what she can bring to the table. And he already knew that. So it's his decision, but she's never really accepted that. She's never really accepted that he really, truly, fully loves her because of all the things that she can't give him. And sometimes we get into that mode to where it may take 5, 10, sometimes 15 years to realize how much a person loves you and how much a person is there for you, because you're scared that they're going to run out on you. You're scared they're going to leave you. You're scared that they're going to go make a baby with somebody else. They're going to go do this, that, and the third because of things that you can't give them. But here again, he's proving over and over and over again that, look, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Let's just play. I want to play a couple of clips.
Boot camp can help us. I'm hoping marriage boot camp can help us figure out, do we belong together?
We're 17 years apart, and I don't want people calling me a cougar.
You worried about what the outside world think?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the reality of our situation.
Cougar is like the old cat trying to catch something.
I kind of feel like cougar and MILF like interchangeable. She look great for her age.
Hey, don't put her age on it, babe.
You look great.
Thank you, babe.
Regardless of age.
Before you do your spiel.
How you see right there, she's always been self-conscious about her age. And she's always been worried that her age was going to mess up her relationship with her husband. It's almost like she was coming to the terms of, my man may leave me for another woman. Not saying that she's saying that, but just in her mind, that's how she feels. being that she keeps calling herself a cougar and knowing that he's a younger man. So the way she responds, it's almost like she's comfortable playing whatever position that according to what she thinks may happen. You know, her and Reggie has been through the infertility issues with trials and tribulations, miscarriages, and all of the above. And that plays a major toll on a woman's body. And to come to terms that you can't give your husband what he really wants is a big deal, and it can be depressing, and it's a lot to take in. If you look really deep into what she's saying, it's not her saying that he can go have sex with another woman. It's like her saying, you can go fulfill the legacy that you want. You can go experience what you didn't get to have. Once you do that, you can better determine where you want to be and what you want to do, and not make decisions off of codependency. The way she reacts is like she's trying to weigh out all the options just to be safe. She moves in a safe way. And we know Tammy to be the firecracker. As you can see, she is giving everything that she has to the marriage, and she is trying to give her man everything that he wants. And a lot of men don't realize that women, we have a shell and we have a wall put up, and a lot of things that go on in our lives will build up this armor for how we react to things and how we present ourselves, but that's not truly who we are. And as you can see, Tammy is a feminine woman. She is a softie. She does have emotions. She does care, and she's not a selfish person, even though she presents herself to be hardcore. And that's something that a lot of people don't sit back and realize and look at how we operate and realize that at the end of the day, we are who we are, and we can't change that about ourselves. We can put up a hard exterior, but on the inside, we still feel. And no matter how one woman does it versus another woman, it's not looked at as weakness to display emotion. Tammy said that he may be her soulmate, and I believe that very well may be true. You guys look up what a soulmate is, and also look up a twin flame. A twin flame has a runner and a chaser, and in this sense, she is the runner and he is the chaser. They have to get some things right in order to get it. They have to go through some things in order to get it right, and that's what it looks like here. Right here, when you read this article, it says, Tami Roman reveals why she kept marriage to Reggie Youngblood a secret. Now it says that, I finally married Reggie. Yes, your girl is a wife. Roman says during a confessional scene, Reggie's been asking me to marry him for a very long time, and every single time I've said no. I thought I wasn't enough for him, but I did some soul searching and I realized this man loves me. I love him. We are soulmates. I finally said yes, and I've never been happier. It appears the pair got married in secret as Roman and Youngblood took a break from buying diving equipment for a return trip to the Cayman Islands to hash out a plan of their double date with Doug and Jackie Christie. Now, y'all might be wondering, why did she keep it a secret? Well, she kept it a secret because, like you've seen on the other clip, she's worried about what other people will think. Of course, the first thing people will say is, cougar, why did you marry someone this much older than you? As you remember, she said she's 17 years older than him, and there's a lot of insecurity that she has about not herself, but just how her man feels about her, how the outside world feels about her. And a lot of people's insecurity, when they do things that are out of the ordinary, it feels like shame on them, or it feels like they are robbing a person from something because they're not doing something the way the world wants them to do it. And that's why they feel like they have to hide it. They feel shame. They feel like they're doing something wrong. But like I said, if this man loves her, then she has to just take it all for what it is and not worry about what the outside thinks. And that's why I believe that her decision for allowing him to go do that is into play, because she's still responding in a way she always did, worrying about what the outside world is going to think. And also, but it's because of that guilt of not being able to give him something that she can't. One thing that he can do is stop asking her to give him something that he knows that she may not be able to give, to make her feel that way. Now, I don't know if that's what he's doing, but obviously she feel like she have to do that. But right here you see where it says right here, this is before they got, a little bit before they got married. She was saying that the title doesn't work. I mean, the title doesn't mean anything. The piece of paper doesn't mean anything, because a lot of times when people say the piece of paper doesn't mean anything, because they think that when they get that piece of paper and when they get that title of a husband and a wife, then usually things start to crumble. Usually things start to go to an end. And it's almost like the paper is a curse. So if there's no title, no paper, no legal documents, whatever happens, it happens, and you can just go your separate way without any obligation. But now you see that they're married and she's telling him to go have a sex with another woman. And now I think about when she said that she didn't want any papers involved.
What it is, and we both can move on accordingly.
The last thing I want to talk about, something you handled really well, were the breakup rumors with you and Reggie. Have you guys talked about never getting married at all? Is that the final thing with that?
You know, Reggie and I, as he sits in the corner, because the world needs to know that my answer is going to be based on the fact that he's sitting in the corner.
Yeah, Reggie's here. Reggie's in the building. Reggie's in the building.
You know, we've talked about it. We've kicked it around. We're really good. We're in a good place, and I don't think that we need to put any pressure on ourselves about having that piece of paper. And when the moment presents itself, we'll jump out there and do it.
Now you heard that